Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Another exciting iteration of Super Soccer League action here. This is Virginia Division 1, LAI FC, Doradus FC, ready to make a statement tonight. Both teams hungry for results at either end of the table. Doradus, they started off in the driver's seat. They were, for a time, the top team. They fell in a narrow result against Los Toros last week. After scoring 2 opening goals, they conceded 4 unanswered goals in the second half to fall 4-2. LAIFC, they had a disappointing result in their first match against Doradus, a whopping 4-0. No doubt LAIFC will want to redeem themselves for that match. They had a stronger result against North Stars last week. 5-3 was the final result, but that doesn't tell the full story. It was a match they were very much in for much of. They had a very depleted roster, but all still, it was a match that was there for the taking, and they'll want to do so much better. This is time for the walkout and anthem. We'll get right back to you after the walkout. Excuse me, no anthem. The walkout is done. The pre-match rituals all finished. It is time for action here. Thomas Jefferson High School Stadium in Alexandria, Virginia. We mentioned a crucial matchup. Both these sides hungry for points. This is the second iteration of this fixture in the Super League. The first time, Doradus FC earning a 4-0 victory over at Bryant a couple of weeks ago. This is an LAI side hungry for their first points in their season, with probably the best squad we've seen them put on the pitch thus far early in their season. So if there ever were to be a chance for them to earn points, it would be tonight. But Doradus is a side that has had success, and we'll look to build upon that success and get back in the winning seat. Let us know where you're watching from. We're so glad to have you here on DMV Sports Media and our coverage of the Super Soccer League. Get your predictions in. Let us know whether you prefer Doradus or LAIFC. Any specific players to watch out for, and your thoughts in general on the match. For Doradus, in goal today will be Miguel Zapata, who had a strong performance against Los Toros despite of the final result. In front of him, he'll have Andrew Turan, Adam Bembarek, Jera Silva, Quincy Marshall, Nathan Pazmino, Khalil Kloof, Milton Juarez, Joshua Lira, Aya Belachu, Farouk Adimi, Brendan Luna, Jonathan Paz, David Franco, Williams Lopez, Christopher Estrada, Christian Lorraine, and Kenneth Kelvier. For LAIFC, it will be Jonathan Fuentes in net. In front of Fuentes, he'll have Philippe Laporte, Taj Jackson, Amru El Gabir, Anis Ferreira, Anthony Omana, Ricardo Salgado, Connor Wharton, Rigers Hassani, Ahmad Kalfala, Gustavo Gonzalez, Pierre Cornell, Ishmael Mo, Kabir Salami, JP Kanashiro, Abdul Sharif, Mitchell Dang, and Matty Wobe. It is going to be LAIFC playing right to left, wearing their all-black kits. Doradus will wear all white. We're playing left to right on this windy night here in Alexandria. The wind, no doubt, will play a factor on this game, and we'll see how both teams adapt. It's LAIFC starting off on the ball, and we'll knock it about on the ground. Back to Mitchell Dang. Ernell sends it back inside. Immediately the pressure comes from Doradus, but well dealt with by LAI FC. Here's an opportunity for Anis down the near touch. This is good ball movement early on from LAI FC, keeping the ball on the ground wisely. And of course, there's the commentator's curse. As soon as I say that, they put a ball up for grabs into the wind. It's well battled for. It will be a throw down the far touchline for Doradus. Flicked on. Shouts for a foul, and it will go against LAIFC. The guilty party is number 4, Mitchell Dang. And it looks like Nathan Pazmino will stand over this one. Pazmino has been a consistent leader in this side. Despite his young age, shows a lot of maturity out there, and he is usually the one to send in these kicks, but he will make way. Instead, it's going to be 25. Brendan Luna. Luna sends one into the box. It's well dealt with by Dang. Ball bounces unpredictably, demands a clearance, and it will get that clearance. This one trickles through. LAIFC have a runner on the near side. Still going, and that was a moment that could have been so much more, but instead Doradus have the ball heading the other way. Sent over the top. The offside flag is there, but well dealt with by Fuentes, showing good positive goalkeeping right off the bat, stepping off his line and affecting the play. Ricardo Salgado was the player who made a great run on the counterattack, forced the defenders to draw to him, but did not take the final action, wasn't able to release that. So Salgado, no doubt, will want to find a teammate or at least make a decision to allow his teammates to get forward next time. No doubt Coach Bruce Robinson will have words about that. Fuentes playing a low ball over the midline. It's contested by Doradus. Now ping-ponged back and forth, well flicked on. And sent back. Good turn from Juarez. Juarez forced off the ball by Kaneshiro. This is a good chance. Salgado has help. And not the right option from Salgado, but second ball falls kindly for LAIFC. Here's Ferreira. Sending it back, resetting the attack. And that's an errant pass. Doradus happy to take over. Here comes Pazmino. Finding the near touch. Doradus will take their time, sending this all the way back to Zapata. That one takes a touch on its way out. Will be another Doradus throw. An opportunity for Brendan Luna to send one in to his teammates. Down the line from Luna, it's contested. Calvier sending it across. And Doradus will settle this down. It's Pazmino on the ground, finding Juarez. Back out wide. Not the best turn we've seen from Belichu, but he will get a second chance at this one with a throw on the far side. Finding Juarez. Here comes a throw. Good turn initially, but well repossessed by Kaneshiro. He is a mover and a shaker and one who makes things happen. Kaneshiro not finding the right option there. Instead, it's Doradus playing one in, and Fuentes will fall on this one. And take some time, allow his teammates to get up the field. Interestingly, Fuentes will send one across midline despite the wind blowing in his face. It's contested and finally won by Now Marshall has decisions to make. Tried to find his midfield, but instead it's just going to be a throw on the near touchline. Sent down the line and contested. It was Estrada who sent it in. And again, Doradus just moving their way up the pitch. Sent in for Pazmino and back. Here's Juarez. Now Marshall. All the way back to Zapata. It's an errant pass from Zapata. Here come LAIFC. Need to release this one, and the decision coming a little too late. Doradus fortunate there. And the early service looked good, but the front man just behind the back line, that was Belichu. And it will be a set piece for LAIFC. This one's sent inside. Salgado, too hot to handle. Now Pazmino moving this one around. Well dealt with initially, and at the expense of a throw on the near side. That was Anthony Umana intervening to great effect. A good crowd here at Thomas Jefferson Stadium. Fans braving the weather, braving the late night kickoff. You'll see these two sides fight for what would be crucial points. This is sent in. Pazmino will go backwards in order to go forwards. Marshall back to Pazmino. Doradus patient in their possession, looking for the would-be moment to break this line. Sent all the way back to Zapata. What can Marshall find? Lovely little turn initially, now contested. Luis looking over the top for Gonzalez. Gonzalez taken down. No foul is called. And now all the way back to Fuentes. Fuentes living dangerously, but will get some help from a teammate. Ooh, it's turned over. There's a good challenge. Had to win ball there. And LAIFC happy to have settled this one down. That was a moment that could have gone either way. Almost shooting themselves in a foot, but a more traditional clearance this time from Fuentes. Great work there from LaPont. Sorry, that was Riggers Hassani. We've seen Hassani over the seasons with Heartland SG and a couple of other sides. He's played NPSL ball, UPSL ball, and now has found a home with LAIFC. Here comes Salgado on the ball. Flicks one in. Clever ball for Kaneshiro. Kaneshiro looking for options, using that footwork. And finally, it looks like we'll get a throw. Welcome, Peter. Good to see you, as always. Appreciate your support. Is there a service? It's sent across the box. A dangerous ball. Yields no fruit this time, but it's one that Doradus will want to be looking out for. Ferreira was the one who engineered that last ball in, but couldn't quite find a teammate. No recipients on the end. Here come Doradus. Ooh, errant pass from Milton Juarez. Sent into the corner. And across. The ball had traveled over. And now it will be a goal kick. That was Gustavo Gonzalez, just unable to swing that one across before the ball had traveled over the end line. This one breaks one line. It's a good receive of the ball from Pazmino. We'll send it over to his colleague in the middle. Juarez, again, losing out. Sent into the corner, foot race. That will not be won by Doradus, and Mitchell Dang will go and retrieve this one. It was Kenneth Kelvier, the closest one to it, but never really had a chance to go and run that one down. There's Matty Wube looking down the line. Ball flicked on, but still not clearly possessed. This one's sent up in the air. Well dealt with to take that ball away from Gonzalez. Pierre Cornell will keep it in. Here comes Salgado, Ricky Salgado. Still going off the touch. Tagging in his teammate Gonzalez, but no service forthcoming, and there is going to be an offside flag nullifying this sequence of play. It will be a throw for LAI. No, excuse me, this is going to be for Doradus. Nope, it's a set piece, excuse me. I forgot there was an offside in the mix. Here comes Quincy Marshall. Floating one into the midfield. It's flicked on. Or rather, flicked back. Doradus, they have bodies forward. But LAIFC able to deal with this one. Sent into the midfield. Now Kaneshiro. This is another opportunity. Sent to the width, now in. There's one across from Luna. And it will be a throw. That's a flurry of activity. That service did come from number 16, Christopher Estrada. It looks like we will have that throw now. Estrada looking for options. We'll send it into the box. And no dice that time. The clearance is possessed by Milton Juarez. Juarez knocking this one around. And ping-pongs around yet again. Could be an opportunity for a strike from distance. It's floated in and up and over. Goal kick to come. Not a bad idea from David Franco, but no real pace on the shot. Was hoping to loft that one up and over Jonathan Fuentes, but would have had to be in perfect from that wrist range to test the goalkeeper. Now Fuentes will send one forward into the wind. Fuentes' ball travels high. Looks like it won't get much distance with the wind whipping the way it is. This one's floated right back towards goal, and again, the wind playing its part, carrying this one all the way across the end line. This time, LAI will play short. Anthony Uma not finding really the wisest pass. Sending a dangerous square ball. Now Pazmino will put this on the ground. It's sent back. Milton Juarez from range will pick out a pass that's just outside of the range of his teammate. Jara Silva. And now will be a throw for LAIFC inside their own area. Welcome Ahmed H. Ahmed says 2-0 LAIFC. As the score prediction. Forgot about those score predictions. Get those score predictions in. We haven't had any goals yet. You've seen a little something from both these sides. I want to hear what people think, which direction this game's going to go. Peter, I'm anxious to hear your thoughts on this match thus far, which side you like. That should be a foul going against LAIFC and a set piece for the benefit of Milton Juarez. This one's sent across. Now taken down by Belichiu. There's Juarez. Coming under pressure. Doradus moving this one well. That's a good ball for Pazmino. Still moving it about on the ground. And out wide. Good possession. And it is going to be a foul. Much to the frustration of Pierre Cornell. There's a long ball from Doradus into the wind. Fuentes will grab this one out of the air. Here's Mitchell Dang. Oh, that's shambolic between Mitchell Dang and Salami. Not the clearance that they had in mind. Now sent in. Silva finding his teammate. Here is the service. It's into the box, into the side netting. Goal kick to come. Fuentes, another opportunity to send his team forward. We'll send another ball out. Slightly lower trajectory, but again, not able to get a lot of distance given the wind. Ismail Mo will send one along the back line. Good ball into the midfield. And a little too hot for his man to handle. It was Anis Ferre on the near touch. Shouts for handball, and it will go against Doradus. That was Estrada. There's Philippe Laporte. Now Ismail Mo. Mo looking down the side for Laporte. Laporte, well tackled by Estrada. Mo gives it right back to Laporte. Ismail Mo again. Sending it back to Ferreira. Mitchell Dang. Good battle. Gonzalez will find Mo now down the line. Is there a service from Pierre Cornell? Second ball sent in. Begs for action. Zapata found that ball in the air well, and now will send his teammates forward. Well, this one will fall over the top. Flag stays down. It's a real chance against and it is sent in. It's a goal for Doradus here in the 20th minute. Almost saved by Mitchell Dang, but it's scored well by number 17. That is Kenneth Kelvier finding pay dirt for his team, and it's 1-0 Doradus. This ball doing its magic, just taking out the LAIFC defenders. Maybe they misjudged it in the wind. Regardless, it left Jonathan Fuentes in an untenable situation, and Kenneth Kilvier touched it around the goalkeeper so well. Oh, excuse me, that is the wrong team that I have recorded that for. 1-0 Doradus for clarification. This one sent over, it will flick for Anis Ferreira. Ferreira has options and well stood up by Estrada. Welcome, Rocky. Good to see the score predictions coming in hot and heavy. Some of them already nullified, but hey, I appreciate taking a chance and putting the scores out there anyways, even if you're wrong. What do I think the score will be? Well, I guess it's not fair for me to call it now, given that there's already been a goal, but I'll try to guess anyways. I like Peter's guess, 2-2. I think that there's more fight left in this LAIFC side. I like the squad that they've brought. I do think Doradus are going to find another goal, but I think we're in for a ball game. I don't think this is over. Not by a long shot. Call me crazy. It's just a gut feeling. This one sent down the line. Pazmino sees something he likes, puts it over the top. Well tracked down and across. First clearance, doesn't get far. Estrada looking for options, will send it out wide. Estrada picks up the second ball. That's a lovely bit of skill. Doesn't quite find the area that Estrada was looking for. Now Pazmino. Franco sends it across. Good ball movement from Doradus. Shiro gets touched to it. Now Ismail Mo up in the air for Rigors Hassani. What a touch from Hassani. And well, dealt with initially. Ooh, that's an errant ball from Quincy Marshall. Good makeup to make the tackle and send it away. And now LAIFC will look to get bodies forward. Well, how many weeks before playoffs? There's 10 games in the season. Each team has played a different number of games. There's generally 3 or 4 matches every week, so teams are playing at a different rate. It comes down to availability of teams, availability of fields. So I don't have the number of weeks until playoffs, but I can say that each team plays 10 games. A great resource to look at is supersoccerleague.org, where you can find tables, schedules, stories. Our co-partner at DMV Sports Media and Super Soccer League, Gio Monteroso, has been writing some excellent pieces, updating on week-by-week action, news stories, etc., etc. So lots to check out at supersoccerleague.org. But for right now, it's a service sent low and initially cleared. That ball did not get the height that LAIFC required. Now down the line. Ooh, that's clever bit to find Kaneshiro. Kaneshiro to the middle. Hassani flicks it on for Gonzalez. Gonzalez still working. Good balance from Gustavo Gonzalez. Did really well to keep LAIFC on the ball, but couldn't quite find Anis Ferreira on the end of it. Peter, you mean available refs also? I don't even remember what I said, but refresh my memory on what that's in reference to, because I honestly forget. But This is another spell of Doradus possession. It's sent down the line. Here's Rigoris Hassani. Hassani, that's an errant pass. Well picked out by Kelvier. Over the top, this time Mitchell Dang in a good position to deal with it. Here's Pazmino. Help from Juarez. Silva now over the top. Only a partial clearance. Luis Ferreira will touch it through. But Kaneshiro couldn't quite get the ball he would have liked. Now Gonzalez will go back to Fuentes. Fuentes, it looked like a errant touch, but he seemed to know what he was doing all along. That's a lovely little turn there. Laporte thought he had a touch there, but instead it's Doradus in the driver's seat. Here's Pazmino sending it across. Now Estrada. Estrada has some space to pick out a pass. It's over the top. Fuentes coming off his line well and quickly redistributing. Here's Gonzalez. Back to Mitchell Dang. Cornell sends one high. Kaneshiro, right place, right time to pick that one off the Doradus foot. And it looks like we are going to get a set piece for LAIFC. Ah, yes, referees, always a thing. We actually, save for the one match, I think you saw the referees, we tend to be pretty good with the referees. We had 1 week where I think there was a high school game that went super late and the referees were pretty late, but generally that doesn't tend to be a limiting factor. That's going to be an offside decision going against Doradus. Sean McEwen, if you're out there, I am learning. No offsides, it's offside. Sometimes that S slips out. This one's sent in. LAIFC will knock it about. Pinged into the corner. Here's Laporte working against Kelvier. Still alive for LAIFC, but immediately contested. Kelvier felt that maybe that ball took a touch off the LAIFC man, but it's still going to be a throw. Sent down the line, not finding any recipients. And LAIFC get a second bite at the apple. There's Pierre Cornell. Touchdown by Doradus. Oh, that ball finds a man in the midfield. And out wide again. Too tall an order for Jara Silva to get to that one. Mitchell Dang sends one forward. Pazmino goes down. We are going to come back to the incident. Check on the player. And onwards we play. It's a Doradus looking to find something on the far side. No dice there. Gonzalez will take over. Here's Hassani finding the overlapping run of Anis Ferreira. Back inside now. Hassani over the top. Salgado applying some pressure. Trying to force a mistake from this Doradus back line. And they may have found that moment. There's a foul going against Katashiro. And here we go. Ball sent into the middle. Out down the line. Anthony Uma taking his time. Doesn't like what he sees initially. Will send one across the midfield. And Quincy Marshall will have to touch it out wide. Here's Anis Freya. Finding Hassani. And back. Franco sends one out wide. It's well defended, and we will have a throw for LAIFC coming out of their own area. Popped up in the air. Anyone's ball. Gonzalez first to it, but Doradus are the ones able to take it down. It's Aya Belichu out wide. Denied by Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been all over the pitch tonight. Jera Silva will leave this one for Estrada. Here's Pesmino sending it across for Milton Juarez. Now up for possession. Gonzalez doing enough. Sent all the way back to Fuentes. Fuentes will put his foot through this one, keeping it low. Second ball. Not cleanly possessed by LAIFC. It's sent in by Silva. Oh, it's a golden opportunity. And there it is, the goal. The second goal of the evening, sent in and scored well. The final touch comes from Kenneth Kelvier, but it was really a team goal for Doradus. Kelvier showing opportunistic instinct to get in the right place and find the clinical touch past Fuentes. And it's 2-0 here in the 34th minute. Take a look at the replay. Doradus firmly in the driver's seat now. Great assist, great vision from Nathan Pasmino to find Kelvier, and it's 2-0. How will LAIFC adapt? It looks like they're going to make a tactical switch. Kaneshiro is off. And Pierre Cornell is on. Well, I don't know who I've been calling Pierre Cornell, but my apologies. There's Ishmael Mo, no, Anis Freya. LAIFC will knock it around. Popped up in the air. Doradus get the first touch to it. Second one over to Silva. Now over the top. This could be problematic, but Fuentes off his line and able to affect the play. Down the line. Hassani, not the cleanest touch to turn. Laporte on the second ball. And here's the service. Well dealt with initially. Juarez needs to make a decision, able to find Franco. Here comes David Franco. Threading the needle, but great intervention from Anthony Uma. Here's Estrada. Looking for Pasmino. And it is going to be a foul going against LAIFC. Juarez into the midfield. That's an errant touch from Belichu. Now Juarez. Pazmino will take some sting out of the pace of this game. No real need to rush things. With a 2-goal advantage, they can force LAIFC to come to them. It looks like that's just what they'll do. This one floated over the top. Well, Fuentes maybe didn't read the wind quite the way that he would have wanted to, but his intervention ended up just the right way, what LAIFC would have wanted. Able to come out, make the header, and find a player. Ishmael Mo looking over the top, connects with Salgado. Salgado takes the shot, but a lot of traffic there. There's Gonzalez trying to find Riga Hassani, and will travel out for a goal kick. Well, now I know I have been confused. The player on the far side is wearing 93 on the shorts and a different number on the back, so I'm not exactly sure who that is at the moment, but I do know for sure it's Pierre Cornell who's come into this game late, trying to affect things, trying to make an impact. We know Pierre Cornell is that type of player. It's a shame we didn't see him starting this match. I think he arrived late, but we'll see what he can bring into this match. This is sent over for Mitchell Dang. Fuentes under pressure. We'll ping it out wide. Now Ishmael Mo. The ball had traveled out. And it looks like it's going to be a yellow for dissent. Not sure this is devolving into something more than it really needed to be, but onwards we play. It's going to be a card for the mystery man. That's Kabir Salami, I believe. Yeah, he's wearing 15 on the back, 93 on the shorts. Salami getting the first caution of the match for dissent. Here's Franco. Now Bimbarek looking over the top. Kenny Kilveer's in the area. It's sent back to Fuentes, and Fuentes will play this one safe. Looking out wide for Salami. Now Mitchell Dang on the ground. Here's Gonzalez. Covering a lot of turf today, a lot of area. Both sides of the ball. This one's sent down the line, and East Ferreira sends it back inside. That's lovely ingenuity between those two. Hassani's ball just inches away from getting past the last defender of Doradus. Here's Franco. Finding space and taking some pace out of the game. Franco beating one man, finding a pass. Here's Kenny Kilveer. Now Gonzalez on the far touch. Dang. Back to Fuentes. Lovely bit of skill. And he's Ferreira driving down the near touch. We'll find Rigor Sassani again. That connection very closely working out, but Doradus quick to sniff it out. Here's Ferreira again. Inside for Ishmael Mo. Mo will pull it back. Now Laporte. Here's Anthony Uma. And LAI finally getting it over to Salami. This one sent over the top. Hopeful ball, but Pierre Cornell will track it down. And the offside flag does go. Pierre Cornell seemed to find himself in acres of space, and it looked too good to be true, and it was too good to be true. The offside flag does come. This one pinged into the corner. Fuentes will just pick this one up. Fuentes putting one across midfield. Salgado wins the first, but not able to get it in any particular area. There's Gonzalez again. Didn't get there, but still covering a ton of ground. Here's Estrada sending one forward. Here come LAIFC. It's Hassani looking to make something happen. And we'll send one in, forcing Estrada to make a great collection and delivery away. Second ball falls kindly for Kelvier. Now back to Pazmino. And Doradus can get forward. Here's Franco connecting with Belichiu now. Milton Juarez back to Belichiu. And here's Estrada getting involved in the mix. Final moments in this first half. Can Doradus strike again, or will they be caught on the break? Here comes Jara Silva over the top, far too direct, and Fuentes will take this to ground. Quickly restarted out to Salami on the far side. Here's Mo. Ooh, good collection. The counter is on. Here's Pierre Cornell threading the needle for Gonzalez. Gonzalez rounds one man, and Estrada showing good strength to marshal that one out. It looks like we are going to see a couple of switches for Doradus FC. On comes number 12. That's Christian Lorraine. Number 7 also going to come on. That's Khalil Kloof. It's Estrada and Milton Juarez, the two who are taken out. Ooh, that's an errant touch, but excellent makeup speed from Adam Bembarek. Now Hassani. Pierre Cornell touches it back. Not the cleanest of touches. Laporte showing the frustration here in the 45th minute. LAIFC have looked good at times, but the final touch has always been missing. Doradus, on the other hand, have been clinical during those few times that they've been able to engineer balls over the top. Some great passing that led to the second goal as well. Final touch coming from Kenneth Kelvier. And that will see us through into the halftime. The first half score, 2-0 in favor of Doradus. We're so glad to have you with us here on DMV Sports Media, live on YouTube, Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you're enjoying what you're watching. Help others find it in the algorithm. And, of course, subscribe to the channel to join our growing community. If you haven't done so already, I promise you're missing out. We got all the best coverage across all the best leagues, all the matches streamed in Super League, and, of course, we have several matches across all the UPSL, NPSL, and USL too, and APL, and a couple others. We hope to see you on the channel. Check out DMV Sports Media and Super SL, Super Soccer League Official on Instagram for updates and highlight content. Also, if you haven't, check out supersoccerleague.org where we have all of our schedules, tables, stories, and more. Keep you up to date with all the happenings within the Super League. We do have one other match live on the channel tonight. Blazers and North Stars going toe-to-toe, so you're welcome to check that game out. But don't go anywhere. This game not over by a long shot. Doradus and LAI FC, 45 minutes to separate them. We'll see you in a few minutes for the second half. Well, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is second half of the Super Soccer League Virginia Division 1 action. Doradus leading LAIFC by a score of 2-0. Setting up an exciting second half. We'll see who the movers, the shakers, the players, and the key pieces are in this one. Kenneth Kelvier played an instrumental role in getting his side into the back of the net in half one. Pazmino, as always, helped his side in moving the ball and finding the back of the net, setting the table for his teammate. A lot of time left. At times, LAIFC did look good, getting vertically. Salgado was in position several times, but could not release the ball quick enough, and Riggers Hassani and Gustavo Gonzalez did look like pieces that could work in LAIFC's favor, but we'll see how that materializes here in the second half. Let us know where you're watching from. Keep those predictions coming in. We still got lots of time left. Give us your idea, your players to watch. And we are underway. Doradus playing right to left, wearing their all-white kit. There's David Franco sending it across midfield. Of course, LAIFC will wear all black, playing left to right. That's a ball that is kept on the ground well by Doradus. Here's Milton Juarez spraying it out wide. An errant pass contested hotly and sent all the way back to Zapata. Bembarek will buttle this one forward, but LAIFC on the second ball. It looks like there's an offside going against the Doradus front man. There's Laporte standing over it. We'll play it short for Ishmael Mo. Now Mitchell Dang. Good ball for Riggers Hassani. Hassani beating one man. Finally sending it back for Laporte. Ooh, El Gabir, not his finest touch. Khalil Kloof will carry, sends one forward. The return pass for Khalil Kloof. That's a heavy pass over the top, pass target. Narrow margins, but that pass, not the one that Khalil Kloof had in mind. Welcome, Brooke G. Welcome, Random Aussie. Love to see a Random Aussie. Welcome back. Here comes Franco. He's finding Farouk Adimi. Now Adimi, he's a player who can make things happen. Farouk will send it across. Ooh, that's not the ball that Doradus needed. Well, marshaled over by Milton Juarez, now touched up, and the offside flag. Excuse me, no, it's just a foul. Kabir doing well to make the clearance. This one's sent in. That's one that's up for grabs. Mitchell Deng gets a touch. Ishmael Mo on the second ball. Here's Pierre Cornell putting in a perfect challenge. And Mo will tag in Hassani. Rigorous Hassani trying one down the line, but can't quite get it past the Doradus man. Now Gabir will go all the way back to Mitchell Dang. Oh, Cornell, oh, that's a lovely turn from Pierre Cornell. Sends one forward. And that was a well-timed challenge. Now Franco will find Farouk. Farouk, not the touch that he would have liked. Hassani. Back to El Gabir. Hassani over the top. Not a good ball. Laporte will pick up the second ball. Here's Laporte. It's time to make decisions, and we'll send it back for Zuma, excuse me. Now back to Fuentes. Uma, not his finest touch of the match. And it will be a throw on the far side. There's Farouk, getting a touch but not finding any recipients. Now back into the middle. An errant pass taken down and really pinballed back and forth. Here's Ismail Mo, back to El Gabir. Ooh, really well taken now by Kenneth Kelvier, sent across. Mitchell Dang's first to it. Milton Juarez thought about having a go himself, but sends it back to Kelvier instead. Here's another ball across. Goalkeeper gets a touch. Fuentes appealing for the handball. Here comes Rigorous Hassani. Now back. Ooh, that's a lovely challenge by Milton Juarez, and he will get the set piece for his troubles. It's a yellow card, a caution for Ismail Mo. Mo knew that his team was in a dangerous situation, and while it's cynical, that was a smart foul from Ismail Mo to stop what could have been a worse situation. Now, Nathan Pazmino standing over this one will have an opportunity to thread one for one of his teammates. Doradus in a great position right now with the 2-goal lead. And a set piece with their trusty foot. Nathan Pazmino over the top, back post. Salami will send it down the line for LAIFC. Here's Kelfala. That's not a good touch. Farouk Adimi will take over. Now Pazmino trying to thread the needle. Mitchell Dang getting a foot to it. Still up for grabs. Here's David Franco. Now Juarez. There's Farouk. Excuse me, Pazmino. Oh, way too much from Kelfala. Trying the audacious, but getting no results. Now Franco over the top. This is a ball that looked good initially, but was far too deep in the box. And Fuentes able to come get it. The offside flag came up anyways. And that is really an errant pass. Salami, not sure what he had in mind. There's Pazmino working to get it back. Instead, it's Rigorous Hassani. Hassani will touch it back to Cornell. Cornell out wide, but not the ball he had in mind. Doradus will take over. It's flicked on well. Now, Khalil Kloof over the top. Mitchell Dang first to it. Stranger things have happened, Peter. It's possible. We'll cut Random some slack. Random, you're like a legendary character for me. I have to say, Peter, you too. I see both of you across a whole bunch of live streams online. I've seen Random in New Logic. We'll come back to that thought. This is a good ball for Pazmino. Pazmino back inside. Kelvir back to Pazmino, stood up well by the youngster El Gabir. The return pass from Hassani. It's sent back. Doradus doing enough. This is one over the top. Flag stays down. Here's Khalil Kloof finishing it off and putting a third home for Doradus. It's Khalil Kloof with the goal. 3-0 here in the 55th minute. And the wind whipping up almost in synchrony with this goal celebration. Times are tough right now for LAI FC, and they just got tougher. It's a well-worked ball over the top, taking Mitchell Dang out of the play and finding Khalil Kloof in good space. I was going to say, I see Random Aussie, I see you in the New Logical streams, I see you on the National Soccer Network streams, the NSN. Peter, you as well. Maybe I need to spend more time watching other channels, but I love this footy community, this online amateur soccer live stream community we've got going here. We're proud to have you here watching us at DMV Sports Media. That is going to be a set piece. Kaneshiro was the one who made it happen, wants to send it in, but taking a bit too many liberties with the spot of the ball. There's Laporte. Excuse me, that's not where that ball headed. Here's Anthony Uma over the top, well defended by Doradus. Now Farouk. Throw on the far touchline. No real rush from Doradus, of course. They've got the lead. If the game stays the way it is, then they'll be going home with the 3 points. This is Andrew Tehran with the ball in hand. And there's a foul going against Cornell. The Doradus man, Milton Juarez, took a heavy blow there. We'll take a moment to check on him. And we hope he's all right and able to continue. Looks like Willie Lopez will be the player coming on, replacing Nathan Pazmino. A job well done from Pazmino. And now Willie Lopez, another big player in this Doradus FC side, will help them close this game out and possibly score some more goals. There's Bembarek sending one into the corner. So throw in favor of LAIFC. Salami will take. There's a good turn from Gonzalez. And Lopez will send it into touch. Oh, it's a ball that trickles over the top. Doradus happy to play it safe in this position. They're still hungry for more goals, but I think we're going to see a more conservative approach from Doradus, and why wouldn't you? With the 3-0 advantage. Especially coming off that match against Los Toros where they had the 2-0 lead and going into the half. Here's the shot from distance. Kalfala driving it into traffic. It's well touched down from Kaneshiro. Franco sending one forward. Now Mo. Back to Dang. And Uma will tag in El Gabir. Straight up in the air, Lorraine. Not finding the touch he would have liked. Instead, it is going to be a substitution. A whole line coming on for LAI FC, trying to infuse some lifeblood into this game. It's Anis Ferreira stepping on Taj Jackson. And number 14, Connor Wharton. 3 players who can make things happen. Don't turn this game off just yet. It's possible that we still could see some fireworks from LAIFC. Just one down the line. Not one that Kaneshiro thought he could catch up to. Here's Farouk, sending one all the way across. Down the line, well touched down by Kloof. Another ball well set out. Franco looking for the throw, and we'll get it. That's going to be a handball coming out. Pierre Cornell will leave this one for Mitchell Dang. Jackson will send it forward. Well, this one taken down well. Here comes Kaneshiro. Lovely skill from Kaneshiro. Ooh, now it's El Garib. Doradus well packed in. No clear windows, and finally Doradus' patience will pay off. They'll get it out, but only partially. Anthony Uma will send it across. Now Kaneshiro back in. Wind really whipping now. Is there an opportunity? Lovely skill from Kelfala. We'll send it across. Shot saved. Still in the mix. Now Kaneshiro back for Pierre Cornell. Pierre Cornell's shot from range doesn't pan out, and it will be a goal kick to come, but some of the best action and chances we've seen from LAIFC. in front of goal. In the other match, Blazers have come back to claim a 4-2 lead over North Stars after North Stars had taken a 2-1 lead after Blazers had gone up 1-0. So it's a lead that's changed three times as far as I can tell. Certainly a game to pay attention to for those who may want to be switching back and forth. We have 2 matches live tonight on DMV Sports Media. There's going to be a throw on the far touch for LAIFC. Lopez goes down. Good strength from Ishmael Mo. Now it's Kaneshiro. Ooh. Not a great initial pass, but Kaneshiro did well to battle back. There was a handball in the mix to nullify that bit of pressure, and will be a set piece for Doradus coming out. This one's sent in. Franco will give it back. Now sent down the line. Oh, it's a good ball. Could send Calvier to the races. Calvier will wait for his teammates to get high. Now Jackson on his own end line, forced to send it out for a throw. Looks like Doradus will make another couple of switches. Stepping on is number 12. And number 22. It's JP, no, excuse me. Joshua Lera and Christian Lorraine. One's contested by Lara, taken out of the air. And LAIFC only partially able to clear their lines that time. It's Willie Lopez undone. And giving away the foul. Uma is the aggrieved party. Uma will send it in. Mitchell Dang finding Jackson. Now Kaneshiro. Here's Pierre Cornell. Hasn't been as involved as LAIFC would have liked for Pierre Cornell. He's still a player who can make things happen. Now down the line. Wharton goes down. There's a set piece. And there is going to be a card for Lara, who will take this one. Certainly a free kick of immense consequence for LAIFC. If they want to get back into this game, they need to make something happen soon here in the 69th minute. They still have a little over 20 minutes left to play, but they just need to reinforce some self-belief. It looks like it's Ishmael Mo standing over it from about 30 plus yards. Mo's kick off the wall and out. Corner kick to come. Doradus will have to drop back in and defend another set piece. It's Anis Ferreira standing over this one. Wharton as well. Ferreira's ball into the box. Looked good. Sent to the back post, but no takers on the end of it. It was a yellow that was given there for Lorraine. Now Doradus down the line. Sent in by Pierre Cornell. And lovely turn there from Franco. Franco finding space and finding Farouk. There's Mitchell Dang popping one into the corner. We'll get help from Connor Wharton, who will track this one down. Wharton showing great ingenuity and speed. What can he make? It's back for Kalfala. Kalfala takes his strike from distance, well over net. Here comes the goal kick. It's Miguel Zapata. Holding on to the clean sheet still, Zapata will send it into the midfield. It's back at the feet of LAIFC, trying to make something happen. Here's Ishmael Mo. His ball drops back to Wharton. Connor Wharton helping his team move the ball. He's been some necessary lifeblood, Connor Wharton. We'll see if LAIFC are able to put things together with his help. Here comes Wharton, trying to engineer something down the line. Mo not able to get past the final defender. There's Anis Ferreira. Into the box. Oh, it's a lovely service. Shouts for a penalty, or rather a foul coming out. Not given, but Doradus will send it forward. Over the top from Franco, but never a pass that had any real direction. LAI will start their attack. Here's Jackson. Jackson taken down. Lopez is the guilty party. There's Gonzalez. Well, here's Uma stepping past a man. Now Cornell. It was a difficult ball to receive. The defender was right there as he did receive it. And Lorraine will send it back inside. Good ball through from Farouk. The early service is sent away at the expense of a corner kick. And Doradus can get some bodies forward now. Cleo Kloof standing over this one. This one ricochets all the way back to Kaneshiro, who will hold back a bit, tagging in Cornell. Cornell will keep it going. Now it's Anis Ferreira. Cutting around a man, finding the pass. Jorge Fala. And the flag does come up, nullifying what would have been a chance for LAIFC to pull one back. It was narrow margins. Deemed to be offside. This one's sent through the middle and quickly lost. Kaneshiro sending one back to Jackson. Now Mitchell Dang. It's Willie Lopez making life very uncomfortable for this LAIFC back line. And LAIFC have seen a lot of possession and chances created of late, but is it too little too late? Here in the 75th minute, just 15 left to play. Ooh, that's another nervy moment. Franco. Farouk sending it forward. Farouk still going. Oh, Willie Lopez, that's great ingenuity. Oh, here it is, Khalil. Sent one in, well cleared off the line. Ferreira was there. That ball may have traveled wide, but Ferreira wasn't to know and did a good job getting back. Here's Kaneshiro. Dang, we'll play it across. Now it's Franco. Finding good run from Farouk, but oh, that's a great tackle. Farouk tagging in Khalil Kloof. Flag stays down. Khalil into the middle. Well claimed from Fuentes, right ahead of the on-rushing Willie Lopez. LAIFC must get up the field rather quickly. There's another tackle from Willie Lopez, and Lopez will get the card. Sent in. 0-1 from Mitchell Dang. Kaneshiro will flick it on. Just not seeing eye to eye right now. LAIFC hasn't been the most cohesion. There's Farouk running right into Ishmael Mo. Excuse me, that was David Franco. Down the line from LAIFC, but the throw is going the other way. Lorraine down the line. It's a good play on here. A good advantage played. What a save from Jonathan Fuentes. An excellent advantage. There was certainly a foul from Mitchell Dang. We'll come back and check on Farouk, but this is the right move from our center official Josh Pitt to let this one play out, and almost a goal for Willie Lopez and co. Here's the set piece. It's a corner into a dangerous area. Popped straight up in the air. Oh, it's well cleared off the line. I think Mubarak had a chance at this one. Oh, what a service from Fuentes to find Connor Wharton. Wharton is the man with a plan, but he can't thread the needle. He will pick up the second ball. Here's Ishmael Moe. Now Jackson. It's down the line. Kanashiro gives it back to El-Gib. And certainly a foul for, I thought it was coming out, but it looks like it's a set piece in a dangerous area for LAI FC. Let's take a look at the replay. Certainly some hand holding initially. This is a tough one to call. Pitt in a great area to make the call, our center official. And here we go. It's an opportunity for Pierre Cornell from a central area to make something happen. And here we go. Pierre Cornell hits this one, but not enough pace, not enough dip. And it is well caught by Zapata. Zapata looking forward early in the direction of Willie Lopez. Uma wins the first. Second, still contested. And over the top, this could cause problems yet again. Neither defender steps to it, but finally LAIFC have a way forward. That's a good challenge, but the final effort was lacking. Willie Lopez doing so well to get a foot to the ball. Kanashiro touches it back. JP Kanashiro still on the ball. They'll send it back. Now down the line, Jackson back to Cornell. Oh, it's a good ball through, but the flag is off. And it's a great line from Doradus to nullify what would have been a perfect opportunity for LAIFC. We don't see the call in our camera frame, but linesman was right on the line, and we're going to defer to his judgment there. Looks like Uma struggling to continue. LAIFC may be out of substitutions and may have to play out these final 8 minutes with the 10 men. And that is the case. A tough blow for LAIFC, who had already used their final sub of the match. And we'll have to play out with just the 10 men. And this very talented Doradus side, who are leading by 3-0. There's Lorraine. Well touched down the line. We'll send one through the middle. Shouts for handball not given. Onwards we play. It's Ishmo turning. Finding Wharton. Wharton connecting with Kalfala, but it's not great hold-up play from Kalfala. And Doradus can come right back through the middle. Willie Lopez. His ball doesn't connect. Here comes Kanashiro again. Oh, lovely skill from Lopez. Good battle from Kanashiro. It's still up for grabs. And it is going to be another yellow. That's the second yellow. Willie Lopez's day is done here in the 84th minute. That's unfortunate. And the cleats exposed challenge is the reason for the caution, the second caution. There's Farouk. Good turn. Lovely skill from Franco. Now it's sent back. All the way back to Zapata. Miguel Zapata will loft this into the midfield. It's taken down well by Ishmael Mo. And he's Ferreira looking down the line for Wharton. Wharton getting to the end line with ease. Here comes the square ball. A lot of white shirts there. 5 minutes left. Wharton looking into the middle. Zapata gets the touch to it to take it away from Pierre Cornell, and now the clearance from Lorraine. So it's two sides playing with 10 men, albeit for different reasons. LAIFC, they sustained an injury after running out of substitutions and reduced to 10. Then moments later, Doradus picked up a second yellow card for Willie Lopez, and Lopez is picking up the red card for his second caution. This one sent into the box. Jackson takes the shot, well saved and well held from Zapata. Zapata will go big. His ball falls short of the mark. LAIFC looking to engineer at least a few more chances, make this game interesting at the end. Here's Anis Freya. Down the line. Wharton, his feet have been magical today, but service just hasn't been there. This is contested. LAIFC applying a physical brand, trying desperately to get back into it. It's down the line from Ishmo. Here's Pierre Cornell into the box. And Zapata will claim. Zapata sending one right into the feet of his front man. It's over the top now. Fuentes off his line to deal with this one. Will be a throw here on the far touchline. Farouk finds Khalil Kloof. And there's a foul going against Khalil. Here comes Anis Ferreira. Down the line. Connor Wharton has a man with him. Wharton will take it right back to that touchline. And into Ferreira. Ooh, the clearance muffed. Franco will pick up the second ball. Now Farouk down the line. And it is going to be a foul and a caution for Mitchell Dang. ball. '90th minute now. Not really much of a chance as far as the Vegas odds go for LAIFC getting back into this game, but perhaps some extra goal differential for Doradus to play for. And the clean sheet, of course. This one's sent on a line into the box. Still there for a second chance. Good turn. And picked up after the deflection by Fuentes. Here comes Ishmo. Carrying down the far touchline. Mo will find Ferreira. Back to Ishmo. Well repossessed by Doradus. Doradus looking good tonight. Back in form, picking up another 3 points. It will be one of our top 4 after this result. We'll have to check on the result of the other match. But that is going to be the final whistle. Doradus hold on for the 3-0 victory. Never a result in doubt. It was Doradus from start to finish, the team that looked the best. At the end, LAIFC did put together some fireworks. They had some good possession at times and did create some chances, but in the end, it was LAIFC 0, Doradus 3. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Here live on DMV Sports Media on YouTube. If you like what you watch, drop a like on the video, help others find it in the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more. We are still finishing up the Blazers North Stars game, so switch over to that one to see the finish to a great game. And, of course, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. on the channel, the match of the week, possibly match of the season. We'll see. It's Virginia Dream and Los Toros in a special Super Soccer League Division I matchup. I'll see you there. My name is Noah Walker. I'm signing off for DMV Sports Media. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.